Poor Lupe.
Ground things pound their feet down there on the street, things without feet, like me and see me, oh what I see, things that amaze me. It fills my dreams when I sleep. A penguin that can fly, a penguin that can fly. Touch the sky, sliding, gliding, without a care. They'll never know the wonders up here in the sky. I'm a penguin flying high, living life with no questions why. I wonder how the ground things carry on, never experiencing the beauty I thought. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A penguin that can fly.
Hello, my name is Ursun Cyclone, and welcome to my channel. Only a little too close to my mic. How's everybody doing today? Man almighty. The other day I did a video, and apparently Lupe seems to think that entire video was about her. Isn't that embarrassing? You know, I believe the title of the video was not just one rotten apple, but the entire barrel stinks. Not just one individual person. Isn't that sad? Right in the title. Now, during that video, I mentioned that Boston kept saying he was going to leave, and then he didn't leave. I also mentioned that Shiz wasn't able to necessarily prove that she actually pays rent, nor was she able to prove that she was actually divorced. And I also pointed out that Epiphanies is always right there mixed up in the mix of all the drama. And I, of course, was clearly, once Shiz got to it, going to point out that Shiz had absolutely no clue whatsoever. Hello, Daisy. Hello, KDD. Had absolutely no clue whatsoever about legal processes, primarily in the fact that she seems to think that you have to swear on the Bible in a court. But it seems to me the poor Lupe has been over there in my comment section after asking me to post evidence that she got duped into thinking that Michael Kaiser's power bill wasn't paid while he was clearly online, which requires power. And of course, she's been spurging on about that and decided to send me a thank you, GMK, and decided to send me a DM, which I haven't even bothered reading because she's not very important. So, why did I title today's video Shiz Happens? Penguin Waddling on Grass. Well, as I've said many times before, that, Shiz likes to post these comments about touching grass, and she never is. And she's also incapable of providing any type of content as long as she's not hating somebody. So what am I doing today? Well, I'm going to go to the golf course, and I think I'm going to fly the drone around so that I can show Shiz what enjoying life truly looks like. Homemade canned pickles. Did you make them spicy, or did you make them like a traditional kosher or sweet? How are you? Pretty awesome. Yeah, always good to have a choice. I like the spicy ones. I also like the kosher. Bread and butter chips are good for, like, if you're gonna make just like a pickle sandwich. Oops. Going out to the golf course to zoot the drones around for a little bit. I'm doing great.
Excellent. All right, 320.
Yeah, I brought a bag full of drones with me. I've got, I think, 4 of them in my backpack. Or 3. 3. That's right, I have 3 of them in my backpack. Be safe.
Yep, enjoy the day.
Will do. I even brought my old one that's like 10 years old, Mini 2. It did a pretty good job. $392. Pretty bad. Yeah, today it's pretty cloudy. Be a roller coaster around here. Good morning, Vestige of Peace. Sorry for taking so long to say good morning. I stepped out for a quick smoke. I started before my show. I was playing Truck Driver Simulator, and I barely got to the last stop before the beginning of the show. Now, there's some bits like I edited out waiting for the bus. Of course, I did the entire ride on the bus as well. I find it fun, and it's challenging that auditing thing, my right to film in public. And when I get there, I'm going to be flying the drone around a little bit, so that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, today Tom and I will be going out to have a little bit of fun. Probably right after the show. And I'm sure I'll have something to share with you tomorrow. You know, it's kind of nice being able to make content and not have to worry about hating somebody else in order to make your content. Hey, Sirloin, good to see you here. Just the other day, I got some Dijon mustard. It was homegrown, not grape poupon. We don't do the grape poupon stuff here. Sorry. All in all, though, compared to the normal freaks I see around Portland, he seems pretty normal. Thank you. You too. We get some real, how do you say, interesting individuals. Hello, little Ritter. Glad you could make it. Sorry about that weird hello. I was right in the middle of a call. Need to get something to drink. Yeah, I figured I'd do the parking lot fraud it. Oh, I guess. Brewing company. Yeah, I had no clue there was a brewing company there. Apparently there are chemtrail conspiracies. You just started it. And here's where they park up their carts. Coal. Now, I should point out that this is a public park, and I read all the signs before going in. There's no signs that restricts anything as far as I can tell. It's a public park. I mean, of course, I can't go up in there and, like, commit any crimes, but it's a public park. There's a reason why I bring this up. Yeah, I had no clue there was a brewery here. That guy seems pretty chill. He gave me a wave, went on his way. Whack. Well, the first guy, I mean, it barely even left the ground and ended up right there in the rough just down the berm. And the second guy ended up smacking the tree. Garbage. A couple of pros. Hey, yeah, I got to throw away the cigarette butt. See, be good. Always be good to nature. How hard is it to hang on to the button until you can throw it away? I guess right over here is like a little flat button green, and then that may have been a tee off behind us. I'm about to pass up another little practice putting area. Hey, I'll be honest, when you typed 4, I was like, uh-oh, am I out of the loop? What am I missing? Oh, 4?
Sit down and don't talk.
Actually. Nope, I'm pretty broke. No food on this trip. I got some drinks from the store. I'm looking for a good place to launch my truck. My freaking plate credentials keep falling in front of the camera. Yes, I would like to kind of keep my pilot licensing stuff kind of private. I make sure to go the whole 9 yards. Like, I have airspace open right now in this area. Well, not right now, while I'm recording this.
Medium.
Wow, wow.
Medium. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
There we go, some drone action. Hello, Dr. Nimrod, how are you? Now, I may not have lined the drone's audio with the plate up 100%. It's kind of hard to do. I tried to do the best I could, though. The audio you hear is from my buddy cam. And the plate has no sound. It's not like my race drone. You've heard that thing. It wails the entire time I'm using it. It's got a microphone built into it that records itself. Oh, probably because I have it set weird, or I haven't set it. Yeah, you don't even need anything. It's a little $200 drone. It's great, man. I need to get more batteries for it. But you just you set it for what you want, push the button on the top, and it just follows me along. I can set it on like orbit. If I have more room around me, I can set it orbit so it does like a little circle around, or I can have it or I can have it like lock or have it do like a floaty where it launches straight up in the air, or a boomerang where it kind of goes out. There's several different things they can do with it, but I use follow for the most part because I got this drone for. The other thing is, when I put it up on a remote, I can fly it. It's not really, it's maybe 6 inches above my head and about 3 meters back, about 9-10 feet behind me.
Hi,
Howdy.
you golfing?
Here comes the
No.
Karen.
Pass is for golfers only. The outside
Pass
path
is
is
for
walking.
golfers only.
Okay, I'll try to get there. Does this one go out that way?
Well, then what fucking good are you? Okay, now I had several routes I could have went there. Does your tax dollar different than my tax dollar? I'm sorry, I forgot to pay my golf tax. Is the golf tax more than the regular tax? How much did you pay for this public park, or how much are your club fees for this public park? But I decided I'd go with the, oh, well, do I get out this way? And once he said he didn't know, whatever, dude. If you don't know, then you're of no use to me. Right, and I don't think that he's right to begin with. I think that it's a public park. With Gulf of America tax. Didn't think about that, man. I would have just took one more second to think about it. Yeah, but this is all publicly funded by tax dollars. Yeah, I think Karen is good for male and female. You know why that is? They're sure caring about what
Trying to
I'm
find my way to
doing.
the outside path.
Oh, you're a long ways from that.
Oh, well, that helped. Golfers blow. And on this trip, I'm actually surprised the little drone lasted so long. Yeah, it's a free golf course. You just go, if you have your stuff, you just go out there and play golf. That sound is the little drone screaming like a little demon. I want to get they have these blades that I guess they call stealth blades. It makes it a little bit quieter and actually gives it a little bit more punch, it says, and battery life, but I don't know about the punch and battery life claim. If it does make it a little lower pitch. You see, it's not like extremely loud. The pitch is just very high compared to like all my other drones.
Howdy.
My Mini 3 is actually kind of louder than it, but it's got a lower pitch, so it's not as annoying. Concentration. Have you seen those guys freaking tee off? None of these guys can play golf.
You know, I don't want to walk across that way, but I will if I have to.
It is a full-size course. Hey, Nakoti, how are you? Yeah, I do typos all the time, Laura. I'm good. I read typos well. A little bit. Hey, man, I'm trying to find my way off. What did he expect me to? You know, that's another thing. I'm not going back the way I came because that would be boring. And I'm not just teleporting out of there. So I'm going this way to find a way to the path. Yeah, I guess I am kind of being a subset. Yeah, don't pass out, man. Make sure you stay hydrated. Hey, man, I'm a rebel. I can't help it. 5? Everybody at the golf course looks at you like, that guy's not from these parts. Might be something wrong with his water.
It's a public park, but I didn't want to argue with the guy. Surprised my little bug's still following. Uh-oh. No pets. My little drone's in trouble.
Whiskey. Yeah, I guess it didn't say, no flying pets. Well, it is kind of like a pet. You know, I have to feed it, and it brings me joy. It follows me around everywhere I go. It's a great little penguin pet.
Uh-oh, we got runners behind us.
Speaking of the penguin, that thumbnail, did it look like the penguin got an upgrade or what? I get used to the drone sound, really. After it lands for about 3 minutes, I think it's still following me. Well, they probably really didn't like it when I brought out the Mini 4 and started flying over them. Well, that's good, GMK. Oh. Whoa, darn. Well, that's good, GMK. No, I'm just kidding. Hello, Uncle Artie. Oh, I don't know. She keeps posting these things about touching grass, so I'm showing her what nature looks like. Well, kind of. I mean, it's a city park, but it's beautiful. Figure I don't need anybody to hate to make my content, or at least some content. I like drones. And I believe today Tom and I are going to go downtown, and I'll have something to share with you tomorrow. Yeah, mine kept dangling in front of the camera and I had to blur out the video.
I'm surprised the little thing's still following me.
Yeah, I guess I'm not necessarily waddling in grass myself. I'm more waddling along on bark dust at the moment. I do end up standing on some grass and waddling around. Does that count? It does need music. Remember in that dream where she was looking on your tattoo? It like landed in the worst place. It made like a little moon landing imprint. I like it. It's perfectly square. Well, not perfectly, but It's pretty square. Yeah, like there's my darn credentials flying in front of the camera again. Oh, it's a 135 gram drone and it costs $200, $199. I'd recommend getting the one with more batteries for like 280 bucks or whatever.
That's annoying.
No, 135 grams is well under 250 grams. 249 is where you need to register it at, which is, I believe the Mini 4 is 240, like 6 or something like that. So as long as you're not using a plus battery, which doesn't matter anymore, they just got rid of the plus batteries, but with an update. So that gets rid of that statement. But it used to be if you had the plus batteries, you were overweight. They did increase it a while back. It's 249 grams. I think that was 2018 when they increased it.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
Yeah, sadly, I'm not even really bothered to go watch it. Yeah, there I am, tucked underneath the shade. It does need music. But I just flew it yesterday and figured I'd share it. It was hard enough putting it together with the walking video. Nice vestige of peace. And I'm trying to make sure to keep my drone within line of sight because I'm not very comfortable with this, and it pretty much requires. So I have to know where my drone is. Doesn't mean I have to have it always directly in line of sight, but I have to know where it is. I have to be able to definitely point at it. And I'm trying to make sure I can do that. Who is Nakoti Nigel? Insert canned laughter. Oh, I'm sure she knows that. She probably cherishes it. I was trying to see if I could see the ball. I can see the ball when they're lining up to hit it, but I can't see where it went. All right, Nakoti, be good. Enjoy your day. Oh, I believe they do. You do have to rent the carts, and if you want to use a cart, you have to rent the carts. And if you need clubs, I believe there's a place to rent clubs. I'm not sure, or buy clubs. I know there's something about a free bucket of balls for people under a certain age every morning at a specific time. Yeah, they're not gonna get the highest golf ball is really gonna fly is like anywhere from like 111 to 150 feet. Sitting up here at 300 feet, there's no way a golf ball is gonna make it up here.
Yeah.
You see, one end of the golf course, I have a 400-foot ceiling, but there's a very small patch of the northern end of the golf course that has a 300-foot ceiling. So I'm just keeping it at 300 feet for just because why force myself to think of multiple altitudes. Good job. Have a ball grabber. Yeah, like maybe if I do this again when and I made sure not to be over that runner, but when I come down to do this again, and maybe if the guy's all, oh, this is for golfers again, I'll have to say, well, I would be golfing, but I can't find your balls, sir.
Landing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check out the color thing, see if there's a way to set the color thing better. It has pretty good night vision, so I don't know if I want to mess with it. Oh, the course is fenced off, but it's not like. What is this, a Mini 2? So I'm going to fly this by hand through the trees along the fence, kind of like I did the Neo, but I have to fly it manually while walking. That's a pretty good trick, fly your drone while walking. Oh yeah, the night setting. I had the camera on the night setting, so I had a big white screen I had to adjust.
Home point updated.
It's much more fun to walk around the course this way.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
See if I can hit myself with the drone. I haven't done that yet. I've seen it happen. Now this is a 10-year-old drone. At least a decade, if not, maybe a little bit more. It has no clue. Well, let's go the other way. But for this drone's age, it's doing quite well. It's been through a lot of flights. trying to keep up with it. No, I had a crow attack one once. Matter of fact, this little drone. Yeah, it came at me and I turned. So they were swarming around me. And once I noticed the two crows swarming around me, I turned to face them as they were coming in. And just as he was lifting his little legs to attack me, I pushed up and forward, which it doesn't hurt the bird at all. It just keeps the drone momentum so it stays in the air. Oh, it has GPS. Yeah, it stays where it stays put if I let go of the controls.
Hey,
Thanks.
Yeah, you know, when it comes down to crows, it makes you wonder if God just said, "Hey, you know what? There's not enough dicks in the air. Let's make these crows. There's not enough birds that are complete assholes. So, yeah, how about some crows and emus? There we go." Yeah, poor little drone. It fought back though. It stayed in the air. I brought it back home. Didn't want to mess with it. I did quite literally hear. Sorry for laughing, but I don't know. I get a lot of people say hi to me anyway. I'm a big, goofy looking guy. Hey, how you doing? Just pops out everywhere. Where's my golf cart? Liberty, liberty. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, there were a group of like 2 groups of like 3 people up in front of me, so I figured I'd let them go by.
Who's getting confused?
Somebody's a piece of shit. I have no clue what they were talking about, but apparently she doesn't like somebody. That's funny, a free charge. I mean, I'm pretty confident in where I'm placing the drone. let's just say I've run into a few things with drones and know what to look out for. Hopefully. I'd hate to see the drone after that, all roasted. Poor drone. I don't care about the 12,000 people without power. That poor drone, though. Yeah, the wind kind of took over a little bit here, so I had to change the way I was flying. Yeah, after I get to the end of this trail, I take a quick aerial of the buildings, and then I'm probably going to call it there. We don't have to ride the bus back home. Oh, seagulls will take it down if they want. Yeah, the only drone I have that can fight a seagull would be my race drone, and that would be a pretty bloody mess. I would not want to see that one. If I would do anything, because that little drone shoots and dives pretty good, I would do everything I could to avoid the seagull. You know, once I get this lined up, I could send this to them and be like, hey, here's your free aerial. There we go. Pop, tell me that ain't perfect. There are noisy birds. You know, I've watched the seagulls in Portland team up with the crows. Kind of funny. You'll see like a family of crow with two seagulls in it or something. And you know, if you see them once, maybe it's a fluke. Maybe the seagulls were just kind of hanging out. But when you see them multiple times together, it's, oh, well, they formed a little family, didn't they? Yep. And that's about it. I pack everything up and I walk over across the street and I hop on the bus. So what do you think? Did you guys have fun? I hope so. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'll tell you that. Anyway, so Tom and I are going to hopefully head off today and have a little bit of fun. We'll have something to share with you on Monday. As always, you guys are awesome. Remember, you don't have to be wise. Just don't submit to stupid. And when in a public golf course, man, just chill the fuck out.
Sit down and don't talk.
Penguins.
Nuh-uh. Get on the ground! Do it now! Get on the ground!
What's that?
It's a bull rat.
That's gay as
That's why you will find me up there with the clouds we have winds up there. I can see things not seen by ground things up there in the sky. There's a penguin flying high, always loving life, wondering how the ground things have survived.
Wait, did he really skip the part where I showed my butt?
Down below me, the ground things scurry by, down among the birds, flying wild and free, see things that no us can see, high above, away from the debris. Down below, the ground things scurry by, pounding their feet while I touch the sky, sliding, gliding, without a care. They'll never know the wonders up here in the sky. I'm a penguin flying high, living life with no questions why. I wonder how the ground things carry on, never experiencing the beauty I thought. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a penguin that can fly.
Nightmares, they are out there sucking up life, devourers of souls, not mere myths, but a chilling truth to bear. Evil images from lore, revealing their ghastly roles. What are these beastly things of fright? Could be a friend or the stranger you met last night. Legends of tales, each one holds a grain of truth. Hidden beasts within us waiting to break loose. But listen closely, for this is not the beast I see, not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release, twisting truths, bending laws, the flaws they keep. They find joy in chaos, delight in pain. Their hearts tainted, their minds unchained. They dance on the edge where shadows meet light. Their existence a paradox, both wrong and right. They wear masks of civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord, stoking the fires. Their laughter echoes in the corridors of power, a symphony of malevolence, growing louder by the hour. Listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek, not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark relief, twisting truth, bending laws, the flaws they can't. Civility and harbor dark desires, feeding on discord, stoking the fires. The echoes in the corridors of power, a symphony of malevolence, growing louder by the hour. But listen closely, for this is not the beast I seek, not the primal instincts that dwell in the deep. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release, twisting truth, bending laws, the flaws they came. The bustling streets where sirens wail and taxis race, a lost penguin roams, its flippers out of place. Among skyscrapers and billboards, it seeks a hidden truth, for it knows the darkness lies within the obvious loop. What are these enigmatic souls of the night? Could be your barista, the artist by the street light. The legends whisper tales of their disguise, hidden villains among us, you can find them by their lies. Listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek, not the mundane wrongdoers who blend in so sleek. No, it's the ones who thrive on secrets and deceit, bending rules, distorting facts and motives incomplete. The penguin feathers ruffled by nonsense, tracking footprints of malevolence beneath the city trees. It waddles past coffee shops where laptops come and brew. Their existence a paradox, both lost and true. They say their every word is true, yet harbor hidden fires, a simple hate for you, feeding on chaos, stoking ambition's desires, a symphony of malevolence masked by tailored truth. But listen closely, for this is not the foe I seek, not the ordinary schemers who play hide and seek. No, it's the ones who revel in the dark release, twisting narratives, bending laws that flaws their saints. Starless hate, dwellers of the shadows embrace, while they walk among us, leaving traces of disgrace. Their hunger insatiable, their motives unclear. In this concrete jungle, who will emerge is still there.
This message has been brought to you by a highly advanced 5G mind-controlled telecommunications device. You guys are free now. Have a good day.
Tetas, man, penguin. Ah! Laat! Tetas, man, penguin. Roet! Tetas, man, penguin für Rotschaftrag. Vorwärts! Marsch!